Hi guys, I'm here today with my roommate to do my explicit instruction lesson. So some background information on my lesson is that it is a third grade lesson, even though it can be used at any grade level. Skills being taught is the POW plus tree. The goal for my students is to write one paragraph using the POW tree, and a larger goal is for students to write 3 paragraphs using the POW tree. Prerequisite skills include basic writing skills, knowledge of how to form a paragraph, and familiar with graphic organizers. Let's begin. I'm not in it. Good morning, everyone. Can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready for today's lesson? That's awesome. I'm so excited to teach you guys. Today we're going to be writing a paragraph using the POW plus tree graphic organizer. Can I get a thumbs up if you heard of it before? That's awesome. Alex, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Helps me write a paragraph.
Yes, good job. For some of you that have heard of it, you please share your knowledge with your other classmates so you wouldn't do a turn and talk. Since we are by ourselves, obviously we don't have anybody to do it with, but that is okay. This is an important skill for us to know because as we move through the grades, our papers become longer and more detailed, and it's important to write down our ideas and to keep them organized. So some of you have heard of the POW plus tree before. Can you guys help me find what each letter stands for? That's awesome. We are going to use our anchor chart that is in the corner of our class to help us find each letter. So, Alex, can you tell me what the P on the POW plus tree stands for?
To pick an idea or opinion.
That is awesome. Let's move on to O. Can anybody tell me what O means?
Organize and generate notes and ideas for each part of the tree.
That's awesome. As you can see, after organize, the tree part is embedded under the O. So now we're going to move to the tree part. So do you know what the T stands for?
Topic sentence.
And what about the R?
Reason.
And the last 2 E's?
Explanation and ending.
Great job, Alex. Now, there's something that isn't on here. There's a bonus E. A bonus E is the editing part of our POW tree. And lastly, what is the W?
Write and say more.
That is great work, Alex. Does anybody have any questions before we move on? Good. Thumbs up if you got it. Awesome. So now I'm going to show you how to be successful writers using the POW plus tree. I have a graphic organizer here where I can write down my thoughts and my ideas. An example of P could be, why do we need a longer recess? And then I'm going to organize, there's my O, into a graphic organizer. There are POW plus tree organizers, or you can use any type you guys would like. Next, I'm going to write down my topic sentence. A topic sentence is a sentence that expresses the main idea of a paragraph in which it occurs. An example for the longer recess could be, we need a longer recess to help us burn off our energy. Then, I will list my 3 reasons. 1 could be that it will help us focus more on our lessons. 2, more time to socialize and play with friends. And 3 could be to get more exercise. I will then explain my reasonings and begin to write my paragraph. The last step is to write a convincing ending. We want to convince our principals, our parents, anybody who's going to read this, that we should have longer recess. An example of this could be, I believe we should have a longer recess to help us become more productive and social students. And then we would continue to write more of our paragraphs and then go back and edit. Does anybody have any questions or want me to repeat it? You got it? Thumbs up if you got it. Good job, Alex. So now we're going to work on one together. Can you give me a topic on what you would like to write about?
Why we should paint more in art class.
Why we should paint more in art class. That is a great one. So, that was our P. What's our next step?
Oh, organize.
Yes, so we're going to organize our thoughts into a graphic organizer, and Alex has chosen to use the POW plus tree organizer to help her. Would someone like to give me a topic sentence for why we should paint more in art class?
We should paint more in art class because it is a good form of artistic expression.
That is a great sentence, so make sure you write that in your graphic organizer. I was writing for you. Now, let's turn and talk to a neighbor and discuss the 3 reasons on why we need to paint more in art class. I'll be your partner.
Because it requires more fine motor skills.
That's a good one.
The subtractive color comparison. And it is more fun.
Those are awesome ideas. Would any group like to share out their ideas to the class? Nobody? That's okay. Well, Alex was my partner, and one of the reasons she gave was more fine motor skills, and I thought that was a great reason. Can anyone remind Miss Rudy of what steps we do next after we organized and did our topic sentence and our reasons?
Then we do the explanation.
Yes,
and then the convincing ending.
Though that is awesome. You're one step ahead of me. Yes, you got our last E's. So we want to write down our ending and explain our reasonings. That's awesome. Alex, would you and your partner like to share one of the reasons why you should paint more and why you chose that reason?
I chose the additive and subtractive color mixing theory, which is that when you use paints and solid colors to mix versus lights, you learn that it is subtractive color mixing on the spectrum of color.
That is awesome. Adding and subtracting is more than just math. It also applies to colors. That is great work on the PAL plush tree. Here's a little bonus question for you. Do you guys remember the bonus E?
Editing.
Yes, editing. And we would use our editing and revising charts that are in the corner of our room. That is great work, you guys. We don't need to hand this in at all, but our next step is going to be you guys doing one on your own. Do you have any questions before you start? Are you ready to use it? Awesome. So now you guys can pick any topic you want for your own PAL plush tree. For class, we're going to complete all the steps and write 1 paragraph. For homework, I would like you to write 1 more paragraph and edit your work. Both paragraphs and the graphic organizers will be turned in tomorrow. So, keep reading. Alex, how's your work coming?
It's going great.
Good. What's your topic?
Additional reading time in class.
That's awesome. Why we need more reading time in class. I think that's great. I can't wait to read it. Do you have any questions?
No.
Awesome. I'm going to move on to the next student. And I'm going to keep walking around. And then, you ready? Hocus pocus.
Let's all focus.
That is awesome. Nicely done, you guys. Great work today on your writing lesson. Can anyone tell me what the tool we used today was called?
A PAL tree.
Yes, that is awesome. Can anyone remind me of the steps of the tree, what each letter stands for? How about I start you off, Alex? The P is pick a topic.
The O is organize. Then there's the tree part, which is topic sentence. And the R, which is, I don't remember.
That's okay. The R is reasoning.
And then the E is explanation. And then the other E is ending. And then the secret E is editing. And the W is keep writing.
Yes, awesome. Write and write more. That was great work. Do you guys have any final questions about the homework? Nope, you guys are ready to go. Awesome. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about other tools we can use to guide us in our writing process. Now it's time to go to art, where you can see if they'll let you paint today. So let's line up quietly and sing our lineup song.